What's up, everybody? Welcome to Meowy Hour. I'm your host, Arden Moore, and with me today is one of my feline co-hosts, Rusty the Performer. Also joining me are my fabulous feline cool cat co-pilots. That's a lot of words, double modifiers all the way. We have Kathy Black, all breed CFA cat judge. Yay! And joining us is Teresa Kiger, also an all breed CFA cat judge. And what is it, Rusty? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Thanks. Editor of Cat Talk. We also have Vivian Baylor. She is going to talk to us about the Burmese later in the show. Thank you very much. That's from Rusty. And big drum roll. We got one of the best veterinarians on the planet and a cool lady herself, the amazing Dr. Liz Bales with her cool cats, Phoebe, Bean, and whoever wants to show up. Welcome to the show, Dr. Liz.
Thank you for having me. This is fantastic.
Hey, this show, as you guys know, is brought to you each and every week by the Cat Fancier Association. After the show, you guys that have tuned in right now, tell your cool cat friends. We got some amazing prizes being given away on this episode. And if they can't make it live, good news. They've got a couple of 2-3 days. Check it out on the Facebook, on the CFA page, or go Google, YouTube, Meowy Hour, and get the episode with Dr. Liz Bales, and you still have a shot at some prizes. What do you think of that? That sounds pretty good, right, guys?
It's the kitty jackpot.
It is the kitty jackpot because, hey, big secret, guys, we're letting the secret out of the bag. Dr. Liz Bales is not only a very talented veterinarian and a major cat advocate, she's also an inventor. And later in the show, we're going to hear a little bit about Doc and Phoebe and some of the crazy creative things she's doing that are working the noodles of cool cats everywhere and making them happy and enriched indoors. But at this time also, hey, there's a new, now I'm really old, ticker tape coming through. Kathy, talk to us. I think that it just closed for the CFA's Top Cat International Virtual Contest, but can you tell us a little bit about it? Because we're going to be announcing some cool winners.
Yes, the entries have closed, but that doesn't mean that you can't participate, because you can go vote for your favorite cat. So go to the website vcc.cfa.org/topcat2020. And when you get here, you can go to the gallery and it shows you all the different categories people enter their cats. And one of the funniest ones is when you go down, let me put my glasses on so I can see what I'm seeing. You can go to, there's candid camera pictures, there's cats that were adopted this year, which is a really cool category. But if you go to like the clothing, the hot culture cats, there's some pretty hilarious cats out here, like this one
I
right
like
here.
that one with the Sphinx. Show that one.
This one right here.
Oh yeah, baby. I wear that every day I go to the beach.
That would be the proverbial itty bitty teeny weeny yellow.
Yeah, exactly, the yellow polka dot bikini. So you can go out here and you can vote for your favorites, and the favorite cats win prizes too, those that get the most votes. So be sure and check it out. It's vcc.cfa.org. I am judging one of the competition categories, and so was lovely Arden. She's doing her first judging. So those results will all be posted later on, I think probably sometime next week. But you can go vote for your favorite cats now. So do that today.
Thank you very much. There's been over 1,000 entries, folks, and Zymox from Pet King Brands is the one that's the major sponsor for this international virtual cat show. And I just got the paperwork for my judging. I'm judging the Christmas cats. So with another gentleman, so there's two of us, and I'm looking forward to doing. I'm going to be working on that tomorrow. Sorry, no bribes, no bribes. Can't bribe
Yeah,
me.
you and Tim Murphy from California. Yeah.
Okay, Tim Murphy, that's right, that's right. But before we start the show, we always got to get you to giggle a little bit and to kind of bring it home with this crazy pandemic. Kathy, could you show the photo I just plucked for us for the show?
Yeah, you bet.
I think this photo shows it all. Even cats are socially distancing themselves from others. And we got a cat expert. So Dr. Liz, what do you think when you see a photo like this? I know it's a very serious condition, but sometimes laughter is the best medicine.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
All right, there's a dude with feet, and then 6 feet behind him.
There's a guy standing on the blue dot,
that
and
is a
then
very
6 feet
well-trained
behind
cat.
him, there's a cat sitting on the blue dot.
And his tail is curled up. He's very waiting. He's very, he's one of those kind of cats that isn't impatient.
If it fits, I sits. Ooh, yes. I love it.
All right, now the holidays are just around the corner in my home because we have 4 cats, including crazy Rusty the performer, the youngster. There's no big giant Christmas tree, but there is a compromise. What do you guys think of this one?
That's quite ingenious to do that to your scratching post or whatever they did it to.
Oh, those are little cat beds on a cat Christmas tree. What do you think, Dr. Liz?
Well, I'm just hoping it's not patented yet because I think I have my idea for next year.
All right, you guys heard it first here on this Meowy Hour.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. Now that's called compromise. The cat and the human getting to live together.
This is the one everybody wants. This one up here.
Oh yeah, and he's already fast asleep. The one next to him is already looks like he's maybe taking a bath.
Yeah, I
the
think that's
third
a
one
leg.
is like, I have dreams of getting to the top.
That is fantastic.
I love it. Thank you very much for sharing that. Hey, before we do this week's trivia question, and guess what, guys? I went easy on you. So you should be rapid firing the answer. Let me give you what the question was from last week and the answer. The question was, let's see, boy, my handwriting, it's really low. Okay, there it is. All right. Rita Mae Brown. She's a prolific author, and she has written the Mrs. Murphy Mystery Series, 30 books, guys. And I wanted you to name her feline accomplice in all of those books.
Wow.
And the answer was Sneaky Pie. Have you read any of her books, Rita Mae Brown's books, Liz? Or
no, but I know what I'm doing for Christmas vacation.
All right. And it's a really cool cat, Sneaky Pie. So the winners were getting, there was 2 winners, and they are getting a year subscription to Catster, thanks to having Annie Sherry and Melissa Kaufman. They were our special guests last week. They are the editors of Catster and Dogster. Kathy, who won?
Well, we had 2 winners, and the first one chosen was Susan Mueller. She lives in Indiana.
All right.
And then we had Toby Schwartz from Massachusetts. So
Nice.
Congratulations to Susan and Toby.
All right. I'm putting on my glasses so I can look smarter because I realized I made this font in like 4 points, so that was kind of dumb. All right, here comes the trivia contest. It's kind of motivated by the fact that today marks exactly 2 years in a row that I have been doing Duolingo for Spanish. I still sound Italian. I don't know what's going on with me. So I'm doing a multilingual, I'm going to work your multilingual muscles. So here comes the question. You two, Vivian, Dr. Liz, do not answer. Play your poker face. Okay. And this is going to be, we're going to talk about the prizes in a minute. Here comes your choices. There's a whole Italian theme in today's show. You'll see what I'm talking about. What is the Italian name for cat? Come on, it's easy. Is it A, Kushka? And that's Koshka. K-A? Is it B, Gatto, G-A-T-T-O? Is it C, Sha, which is C-H-A-T? Or is it D, Katza, which is K-A-T-Z-E? Your choices again. Kushka, Gatto, Sha, or Katsi? All right. Oh, you guys have really good poker faces. Thank you. Now, this is the best part. Good, cool prizes. As you're going to learn in a minute from Dr. Liz Bales. Yeah, she's a veterinarian. She's damn good at it, but she's also a brilliant inventor. She has created a whole line of products called a Doc and Phoebe. And I want you to know, what are the two prizes she's given away for this trivia contest? Is it Kathy, or who's up for that? Can we show what Dr. Liz is giving?
Well, you said to pick 3, right? Two right now.
Two right now, and then during our interview with Dr. Liz, we're giving away a third prize.
So let's do the, what do you call these, Dr. Liz?
That is called the hunting feeder.
The hunting feeder. So let's do a hunting feeder. So
Okay.
people that type the correct answer on Facebook Live, you will be in the running to get the hunting feeder. Okay. And then my favorite, let me get the picture up. Here it is. It's the Forever Fun Treat Track. It's snack time, playtime.
Oh, I love that one. That's going to be on Santa Paus's list for my crew. That sounds great. So guys, put your answers in now. Tell your friends, because as you know, some people can't always make this show live, but because of Facebook Live, go to CFA Arden Moore's Facebook or go to YouTube Meowy Hour. You still got a chance to win. And I'm looking at what I have right here. I actually have one of those hunting feeders. This is opened wide enough when you have a cat that just isn't named Einstein. Let's just put it tactfully that way. Then you can put treats in for the cats that are like Einstein. As you can see, it's a little harder for them to find the treat. And so this is bringing out the hunter in them. So let's give a round of pause and applause for Dr. Liz Bales for generously giving away 3 of the Doc and Phoebe lines of products.
Something happened to me over here with tech, so I'm going to plug in my headphones.
Okay, can you hear us okay?
Look a little like an alien, but I think it's going to help me hear you.
Okay, that sounds good.
There we
Can you hear
go.
us?
That's
Okay.
better. Yes.
Well, we just said that you were giving away cars.
Okay. Like Oprah?
Yeah.
You get a car.
You
get a car. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk later, Arden.
Yeah, but we do thank you for that. We do thank you for the gifts. So let's talk a little bit about our special guest today. Dr. Liz Bales went to the University of Pennsylvania. That is a tough school for veterinary medicine. Years ago, I worked at Rodale Press, which is in the Lehigh Valley, which is very near, well, UPenn is in Philly, right? It's in Philly. So she's got a lot of titles, but bear with me because it's worth saying. She is a major advocate for cats. And so she is on the advisory board for DPM 360 and Fetch, AAFP, Cat Friendly Practice. Remember, guys, AAFP, American Association of Feline Practitioners, catvets.com. These are the people that are board certified in feline medicine, like we had Dr. Elizabeth Cowan on a few weeks ago. So these are brainiacs that love cats. We also have her being on, I like this one, Vet Candy Advisory Board. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Well, what's Vet Candy?
It's really a different take on veterinary medicine. It's really vets for vets, but everyone's invited to watch with news and updates and kind of roundtable discussions in a cool, fun, modern way.
I like it. Is it calorie free?
Usually, sometimes it's very sweet.
Okay.
But yes, it's calorie free. So basically, most of veterinary medicine is about dogs. Oh, and by the way, cats. So I show up all the time as the cat advocate.
Good.
So
I like that. I like that. We
so-
need to do. You're an inventor. Can you learn to clone yourself?
I'm going to work on it, but I'm not sure the world can take more than one of me. I mean,
I love it.
I'm very extra. I'm very extra.
Well, speaking of extra, guys, just a few more accolades and acknowledgments. We had Dr. Marty Becker on about a couple months ago. He is the man, the face behind Fear Free Pets. And Dr. Liz Bales is also on the Fear Free Advisory Board. We have you on the Human Animal Bond Social Media and Continuing Education Committee. But this is kind of cool, drum roll. She is a thinker. She's an inventor. She is the founder of Doc and Phoebe's Cat Company and the inventor of a real changer for cats, especially indoor cats, the hunting feeder, which we were talking about here. And when she's not doing that, and she's going to show us some other things she's invented. She has a couple of great cats named Phoebe and Bean who may make appearances.
Phoebe and Bean, it's chaos in here. I want you to know.
Oh, it is.
Right now is like Zoomy time.
Oh,
so
cool.
it's a little bit hard to concentrate because all sorts of things are going on with these two. It's crazy.
Well, we love it. If they pop in, let them pop in. And you also have Plankton, the junkyard dog.
Yes,
okay.
Plankton, the junkyard dog. Yes. Who happens to be the best dog. I am not a young woman at all. And he is, in my almost 50 years, he is the very best dog I have ever had.
Nice, nice. I like that. You also have Strawberry, the bio pony.
Yes, we have Strawberry. He is all things to all children. He makes everyone feel happy and good about themselves until he just bucked my daughter off and she fractured her collarbone 2 weeks ago. So he's in Plankton's doghouse right now.
Okay.
What is a bio pony?
Yeah, what is a bio pony?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just like pony of the earth. He's not fancy.
Okay.
My cat Phoebe is a purebred ragdoll, but for the most part, my animals are nature's mess. and Strawberry is one of those. He's not fancy.
I like that description. I have a lot of nature's messes.
Yeah,
I'm a nature mess. But
me too.
I've had a corgi in my life. I've had a Siamese. So I like that you have animals, pets that are from all walks of life, and that's the main thing. And you also have 2 human kids, right? You want to shout out to them? Who's the one with the bad shoulder?
They all have various and sundry names for the same person. Her birth name is Teresa.
Okay.
We call her Reese. She recently prefers to be called Rowan, Rue, Rooster. There's a few others, but that's getting boring. And my other daughter's birth name is Olivia, but she goes by Via.
See your holiday, birthday cards, special occasion.
We just can't even send them. There's too many, people get bored by the time, I don't care whose birthday it is by the time I'm at the end of this list.
Too many AKAs,
I told you, Arden.
huh?
Yeah.
AKAs. Well, here's the deal, guys. There's a lot of things that Dr. Liz Bales is an expert on and she can talk about, but we're going to announce a major news. Starting soon, you're going to see in 1-minute clips, Dr. Liz Bales on Meowy Hour. And I love this. Her theme is it's a 1 minute with Dr. Liz, but we like the subtitle, which is
I pee on your stuff because you're doing it wrong.
There you go. Does that get your attention, folks? So let's talk a little bit about cat needs, because all of us humans think we are the superior brain, the superior whatever, and the cats are just like. So especially now with COVID and many of us staying home, the cats don't get their 17 cat naps. We don't leave them alone. You know cats. You're a cat advocate, probably one of the strongest on the planet. Can you name a few things that helps us humans, especially with the holidays coming, to be able to meet the needs of our feline friends?
It's such a hard thing because the greatest gift that a human being can give is to treat something with the love and care that we would a baby.
Right.
So, oh, they're my baby and I treat, but the problem is that a cat actually needs really different stuff than a person needs. And so when we're loving and treating them like a human baby, we're actually stressing them out, and because we're getting stuff we don't want, and we're missing the boat because they really, really need some cat stuff to be happy.
Okay.
And Arden, the thing that makes me kind of upset.
Look who's behind you. Well timed.
That was awesome. Thank you, Bean.
I'll pay you $5 later, Bean. Okay.
The thing that I'm kind of obsessed about, and this is the downer portion of the show, and then we're going to talk about all the uplifting stuff.
Okay.
After being a vet for 14 years, now I've been a vet for 20 years, but after 14 years of practice and focusing most of my career on cats, I did not know the number one cause of death for cats. And this is the showstopper. When I found this out, my entire career and world changed.
And
the number one cause of death for cats is euthanasia. And the number one cause of euthanasia is a behavior problem that gets you sent back to the shelter, where the person who's fed up with the behavior is well-meaning. And they're like, listen, I just can't take it anymore. You're going back to the shelter. The problem is that problem is so big. There's not enough shelters. There's not enough cages. There's not enough adopters. And so because of overcrowding, the cats are euthanized. And the statistic that I have that is just horrible is in 2015, 1.3 million cats were euthanized in shelters. And that doesn't count for the cats that are put out in the street or euthanized at veterinary hospitals. And, we really don't do what we call convenience euthanasias, but this is a huge, huge problem. And when I found that out, I thought to myself, in the hospital, I can say, how many appointments am I seeing on an average day? 15, 20, something like that. So how many cats can I save in a day in a veterinary hospital is really a micro fraction of what I can do if I can make people understand what their cats need. Good. And if the thing doesn't exist to give the cat what they need, I'm going to invent it. And so I've spent I spent the last 6 years really taking this huge body of veterinary research, there's such amazing veterinarians who've done this hard work.
Here comes Bean behind you.
She's
my favorite.
She likes to upstage me. So there's so many amazing veterinarians who've done this work. But what I found happened was it stayed in the journals. I don't know if you've ever tried to read a veterinary research paper, but even for veterinarians, it's a little tough.
Yeah.
So I spent my time tearing those apart and putting them back together in human words. And what I found was it's actually really simple. And the amazing, beautiful, wonderful thing is, for the most part, a cat is one thing. A cat is a cat. Where my advice for how to meet the needs of your Yorkie would be very different than how to meet the needs of your Doberman, which would be different than how to meet the needs of a cattle dog. But a cat is a cat. So I can give you 6 or 7 objectives in a bullet point. And even if you don't I can explain to you why and how, and, I could take the rest of your life to explain this stuff to you, but you don't even have to understand it. Just do it. And your cat's going to be happy.
Rusty's all ears. Drum roll. Let's name them.
So a couple of things that really help to understand cats that's so different from people is cats are solitary survivors. So what does that mean? Humans are cooperative. Now, you can make a million jokes about we're not all cooperative, right? But essentially, to survive, I need other people. And that sort of is a foundation for everything that I do. Yeah. I might be nice to you because maybe you'll bring me dinner if I get sick, or like we do all
Or
sorts
make
of
you a
things.
cocktail.
Or listen, can we cut to that? All right, I'll be patient. I'll be patient. So
Right.
so all of our motivations are rooted in our survival depends on each other. Cats are solitary survivors. So they may choose to live with others, but they don't need to live with others. You don't see you don't see a cat coming to another cat's defense. They also are solitary hunters. So cats don't like a pride of lions and the females go out and hunt together. Cats hunt alone and they eat alone.
Right. That's really important.
Really important.
Please,
And
guys, we have the doctor in the house. Please don't line up a bunch of bowls and have your kitties in line. Why is that such a kitty no-no, Dr. Liz?
So we can't stop thinking human. And for us, one of the greatest punishments, if you think about like your worst day in grade school, is when you had to eat alone and no one came to be with you. That's such a communal behavior for human beings. If you think about a cat, this is one of my favorite cat facts that's like, do you know how many mice, if cats aren't eating people food, people fed food, in one day, how many mice does one cat have to hunt, catch, eat? How many, one cat in one day?
More
I've
than
seen
one.
as many as like 10, but that's just hard to understand.
That is right. That is right. So a mouse has 30 to 35 calories. And if you're not neutered, there's a lot of factors that go in here. But if you're a wild cat that has your reproductive organs, you need to eat something between 300 and 350 calories on average a day to stay alive.
Wow.
So we're talking, and the thing, this is like, wrap your brain around this, because even people who spent their whole lives with cats, how many times, even if you grew up on a farm, how many times did you actually see a cat hunt and kill?
Maybe one a day, maybe one a week, Yeah.
Almost never, if you think about how many they're actually hunting and killing to stay alive. So this behavior is very, very, very private. Because if I'm going to do it in front of you, the mouse isn't coming out. Mice don't line up and be like, oh, by the way, when you're done, I'm over here, right? So they have to hunt.
Quite tasty today.
Right? They have to hunt and eat alone. And if a mouse is only 35 calories, that's a fat mouse, there's not enough to share. Wow. So I have to drag it off and eat by myself. So it is so hardwired into their nature to do this series of behaviors where they hunt, catch, play, and then eat this tiny meal many, many times a day, mostly at dawn and dusk. So if you can just wrap your brain around that, it's a lot of information, but hunt, catch, play, eat multiple times a day, mostly at dawn and dusk, right? So let's think about cat stuff that annoys some people sometimes.
Well, wait a minute. Let's get back to the food bowl. Tell us quickly why then it makes sense. Don't line up the bowls.
So there's so much more to that particular point. So the bowl, number one, it's too much food. Number two, they're not having their predatory needs met at mealtime. A bowl is for people. Sitting there doing nothing is not the way a cat should eat. It's too much food. It's sitting there doing nothing. So I have all these built up predatory instincts. I want to do my stuff before I eat. And I got nothing to do it with.
Wait a minute, I gotta do my cat ears. Okay, all right.
Got nothing to get out that need. And now cats are solitary survivors that hunt and eat alone. And they're also, big point here, here's another, like, get your highlighter out, conflict avoiders.
I was that in a lot of relationships.
You're kind of part cat, I think.
Yeah.
So it's also not natural for cats to necessarily live together at all. So you can take these cats that shouldn't be living together, that are stressing each other out. And now I have no choice but to eat next to you in this kitchen. And even though to a human being who has not spent 10 years researching cat behavior, it looks normal. Like they're all there, they're eating. What's the big deal? But we should do this another time. We can get some video maybe sent in of people like, my cats love to eat together. And I can show people it's very, very subtle. The ways cats express that they are stressed out. Very subtle.
And when a cat is stressed out, because you're a veterinarian, Casey wants to know, they are very silent about it, but it might show up in the litter box.
This is another thing that's so hard, because if the stress could be happening at the food bowl, but you're not going to see the outcome at the food bowl. You may see the stress getting taken out by having bouts of interstitial cystitis or peeing blood. This is one more thing, you guys, get your highlighter out. Please do, if your cat pees outside the litter box and your cat pees blood, please do not jump right to my cat has a UTI. When human beings have urinary symptoms and or pee blood, one of the first things and the most common things is a urinary tract infection. That is not correct with cats.
Okay.
In a cat that's under 10 years old, if a cat is peeing outside the litter box or peeing blood, the odds of it being a urinary tract infection are less than 3%.
Wow. Wait a minute, I got to say it this way. Me, wow. Okay.
Right? So it's actually, and I can give you all, I'll give you infographics and cool stuff that I've made to show this. but it's between 55 and 70% likely that they're peeing outside the litter box and even peeing blood because of stress. And that stress isn't like I couldn't pay my mortgage or like human stress. That stress is I can't do my cat stuff. I have to live in this house. Cats, like I said, solitary survivors. So they will not choose to live together unless it's a cat that they grew up with. So we have the same mom, or our moms were sisters. We were born and lived together. Only the females live together. And they will only live together if there's ample food and places to climb and places to hide.
Well, that's where this guy, Rusty, is a foodie. So every meal he gets to eat in his own private bathroom, and all our pets are separated and not within view of each other. So mealtime, because of good veterinarians like Dr. Liz Bale, help me, so they don't have the stress. It's a quiet, private moment. Thank you,
yes.
Dr. Liz Bales.
You're welcome. And it's so hard for us because we think about a table and chairs and friends and kitchens and but that is just not what a cat wants. A cat, again, hunt, catch, play, eat, ping pong ball or less size portion. Good. Many times a day.
Well, talk about, I mean, there are food puzzles out there, and then there are food puzzles and feeding. So tell us, you get a little chance to talk a little bit about Doc and Feed, because you have never stopped inventing. And if we have a little bit of time, I'm laughing because Rusty's looking for this. You
so
also are going to be coming out with a dog product. So you want to break the news. So let's talk about Doc and Feed, because it is one thing to be a practicing veterinarian and a major cat advocate. I don't know when you sleep, but I remember humbly when it was just the mouse, and there's a whole slew. In fact, Kathy's in love with that spinning one that you just did.
Yeah, I'll show you.
The fun treat trap.
So information without a solution is somewhat useless, right? And I thought, now we have this incredible knowledge about how to save cats' lives, but we don't have a tool to carry it out. And really, most of cat ownership until the past 5-10 years is arts and crafts, right? Like, well, you can make this and you can cobble together that and you can hack this, but that is not going to change the world. We need solutions that are, you don't have to get a PhD to dump some food in a mouse and put it around the house. So I decided to spend my life and my life savings on bringing these things to market.
Lottery tickets for Dr. Liz Bales.
No, the absolute riches are the letters that I get of my cat's totally different now. And you saved my cat. I mean, what's better than that? So let's see. So this was the first thing that I invented, and it's had a couple different names and a couple different packages, but
And that's what it looks like.
essentially it's the hunting feeder. So how people say, I'm not going to sit around and put out 8 or 10 meals a day for my cat. That's crazy. I can't do that. No, of course not. But you can fill these 3 mice with the portion filler that's in the box.
Right.
And then you put them out before you go to work. It takes less than 2 minutes. And you do it before,
thank you.
and then you do it before you go to bed. So your cat gets to actually hunt, catch, play with, and then eat. We just sort of Jedi mind tricked the behavior into a thing. And so if your cat, I love the fact cats wake people up at 4 or 5 in the morning, right?
Mhm.
And they'll wake you up even if there's still food in the bowl, but you put food in the bowl and then they eat. Think about it from the cat's perspective. What did I just get? I got to hunt you, catch you, interact with you, hunt, catch, play, and now I'm ready to eat.
Yep.
Because for a cat, it's not just food bowl done. It's hunt, catch, play, eat. So they, instead of just going to the food bowl, they had to do their thing. So either get used to it and get up every morning at 3 or 4 and then go back to bed cursing, or find a way to give them their natural behaviors that you don't hate.
Okay. Well, let's speed forward a little bit, because one of your newer inventions is putting the classic pet carrier to shame. So let's see what you have.
Okay,
It's
so
out of this world. And it's
there's a cat
also
in
one
it.
of Kathy's favorite. You got a cat in there? Oh, come on.
Yes,
Product
I
placement.
do.
It is
Dean is
so
in there.
cool. This is such a cool idea.
I'm going to actually show you, because this is exactly the point. So there's Bean in the carrier.
Hi, Bean.
So I call cat carriers, there will be blood. Because what we can give you the secrets of cat behavior. Either you can do it your way and get shredded, or understand the way a cat sees the world and do it their way and have it be pleasant. So I'm not telling you what to do. Those are your choices. So
I like to have not scratches on my face or hands.
Yeah, and it's distressing because also then you're bleeding, you're frantic, you hate this experience. The cat is like, why are you jamming me in that thing that smells like fear? And this whole experience is, and now you get to me and everyone is completely frazzled. And now I'm supposed to start my appointment and this is going to go well?
You're like, really, guys? Thanks. You teed it up really well for me.
So here's what you do. Human beings are cooperative, right? So if I have a scary doctor appointment, I want my best friend to come with me.
Yeah.
I want them to hold my hand. When you take your dog to the vet, a lot of dogs will sit right in their person's lap, even if they're an Irish wolfhound, right? Because dogs are also that cooperative species.
Mm-hmm.
Cats are not. Your cat, when it's scared, not none, but almost no cat. This is hysterical. It's like a dinosaur. Almost no cat wants to be with anyone when they're scared. When cats are scared, they want to hide.
Get someplace under something and hide. Yeah.
Hide. So let's use that to our advantage instead of making it our Achilles heel. Here's how you do it. Cats are creatures of space. What makes a cat feel safe? A small space that smells like them and doesn't smell like them when they're scared. Smells like them when they're happy. We know cats communicate with pheromones. So a small space that smells like me when I'm happy, that I'm familiar with. Why can't that be a carrier?
Why not?
So we've taken this thing that's a torture device. Why is it a torture device? It's a torture device because it only comes out when you're going to take me somewhere scary. It smells like the garage or the closet and the last time I was terrified. I have no chance to get used to this and make any positive associations. It's really like if I came at you with a shark cage, jammed you in it, and then like put you on the back of a truck and then took you to the doctor. Like that's just not setting up for success. So what did I do? I made the sleep and go. So the sleep and go, and we'll see if Bean is going to stay in here. This is like a magic trick here. There she is. Look how terrified she is of her carrier. So this is a cat cave, right? We've all seen, oh, there she goes. These are a cat cave. We've all seen this kind of setup. Now, this is something like that horrible plastic thing. I have a nice house. I don't want that in my living room. But this is cute, and it will go anywhere, right? It's like it's a cat bed, and your cat wants a bed to be in every day. So we know cats don't like new things because they smell weird, and that could kill me. That's how they think. So when you first get your sleep and go home, you're going to take a treat every single day, whatever one you like, and just put it inside and leave your cat alone. Let your cat find it. They live by smell.
Right.
So it's not like I have Casey, Kona. Casey, the dog. Your dog.
My dog is
And Casey's the cat.
and Casey is
Kona,
me, baby.
Kona, I got confused. It's not like Kona where you say, come here and get your treat. That's not what we want. We want to put a treat in there and let the cat discover it. So now they've just gone in here and they're going to release this is amazing hormone and pheromone and deposit that all over the inside. And every day you put a treat inside, and then maybe you just do it twice a week. You don't have to do it every day once the cat associates it with something positive. And just like Bean was in here, this is going to be their choice of where to spend time.
I agree. And I've done the same with my carrier, which isn't as cool as yours. We've got a couple minutes left. So I want to
show
Can
you
she
real
quickly
how
show how it opens?
So
Yeah.
there's a little snap
show
up
us.
here.
Okay, please.
Once the cat is inside, the screen rolls down. You just zip them inside like that. So you're not losing anything and nothing's in the closet. Now, over here, tucked up to the side of the handles, you're going to pull that out and off you go. And the best part.
Show us how do you hold it? How do you hold it so it doesn't?
So you hold it. I made these straps. I'm going to send you a video to post, but you hold it from the bottom, you guys, because think about, there's a cat in there. This should not be an amusement park ride, you guys. Right? Think about if you were in there and the way we carry them and swing them, it's awful. Like, come on. So I made the handle because people wouldn't sell it without one. Don't use it. Carry it from the bottom. So then when you get to the vet, there's this clamshell kind of zipper here. So you unzipper it, easy for me to say, right? Unzipper it like this, and then it flips back like that.
Nice.
And now so you haven't jostled them, shaken them, pulled them, strangled them, and they get to be examined in their bed that smells like them.
So where do we get your products? Tell us about your website.
Listen, I don't even know anymore. So the world's a mess. The retail world is a mess. So it is on Amazon.
Okay, Doc and Phoebe's, and it has a line of products?
Yes, Doc and Phoebe's Sleep and Go 3-in-1 cat carrier. But Amazon is doing this thing. You have to say you want to order it or they won't carry it. I don't even understand. Arden.
Well, I saw the feeding toys on Chewy's.
Yeah,
yes.
Chewy's.com. Yeah.
Yes, the retail world has to get its act together. But if everyone would just go on the link on Amazon and click it, I guess, and say we want this, then they'll start carrying it. I don't know. I know
how do we, because we got to get some things done. How do we find you?
Yes, docandphoebe.com, doclizbales.com, and Doc Liz Bales Veterinarian is on all the social channels.
Okay, and guys, remember that face because she's going to be giving us a lot more advice in upcoming shows on Meowy Hour with her 1-minute chat, which you're going to call it what?
I pee on your stuff because you're doing it wrong.
Hey, hang on if you would, because we got to get a few things taken care of before we wrap up the show. You see how fast this time goes? Do you see why we want you to come back?
Yeah, I need a couple hours. Let's take a whole weekend.
Okay, good.
We'll have a retreat.
All right. At this time, I would like to introduce our presenter on the breed, the Burmese, and Vivian Baylor. And welcome to the show. You survived all my bad jokes so far, Vivian.
Well, thank you, Arden. I appreciate that.
And we have Kathy Black at the helm, too. So you ladies, take it away.
All right. Kathy,
Yeah, go
wanna
ahead, Vivian. Just want to give a brief overview about the breed, and then I've got a slide that's off the CFA webpage.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Thank you. Now, the breed, the Burmese cat came from the Southeast Asia area, along with any number of cats that have come from that area, the Siamese and the Kalmani and several others. They've been in the United States since the early 1930s, and the standard was adopted by CFA in the late 1950s. So they've been around for a very long time, and they are related to several other breeds in CFA. They're related to the Tonkinese, they are related to the Bombay, and they're related to the Burmese. And the relation with the Tonkinese is that if you take a Siamese cat and a Burmese cat and cross them, you will create a Tonkinese. And there's some suspicion that the first Burmese that came over to the United States from the Orient was in fact a Tonkinese. So it came out of that particular breed, again, Southeast Asia. The Bombay cat was created by crossing a Burmese cat with an American short-hair cat, and that created the Bombay. And the Burmese cat came out of a cross from the European Burmese with a chinchilla Persian. So the Burmese are quite pervasive within CFA, been around a long time. They are a medium-sized cat. They have a very, very close-lying silky coat. They're just single-coated cat. They don't have an undercoat or anything. And it's very silky. And they're heavy for their size. And we call them bricks wrapped in silk because of how dense they feel with this beautiful silky coat that they have. Females tend to be about 7 to 8 pounds. And the males are a little bit larger. Neutered males certainly can get up to 12, 13 pounds, but generally speaking, the ones that are show cats are more like 9 to 10 pounds for the males. What characterizes Burmese is the word round. They are known for having a round head, for having a very broad chest, for having what they call a bulldog stance. So they're very, very round, and they come in 4 different colors. They come in sable, which is the chocolate that you see there, sort of a very, very rich chocolate brown color. They come in blue, which is, of course, another name in CFA for actually gray. They come in blue. They come in champagne, which is a lighter brown color. And then they come in platinum. And you see the platinum kitten up in the upper left-hand corner. They're a very light color, very silvery gray color. But they are all distinguished by having very, very deep gold or dark yellow eyes. That is a characteristic of the breed in their very intense gold color eyes. And if you see something that looks like a Burmese that doesn't have gold eyes, then you're looking at the wrong breed. In terms of personality, Burmese are extremely affectionate. They are people cats. They're known for almost being dog-like in their behavior. When somebody comes to my door, the Burmese cats don't go running underneath the sofa. The Burmese cats come running to the door and go, "Who is it? Who is it? We want to see." And so they're very friendly. They're very affectionate. They always want to be with their humans. You can't open a door. You can't open a drawer. You can't open anything without the Burmese hopping into it. So they're pretty much, they're very clingy. They love they're lap cats. They're Velcro cats. They like to sit on everybody. They are a medium energy level cat. They are not, they're very playful, but they don't have so much energy that they're bouncing off the walls like some breeds are known for doing, like the Abyssinians and Bengals, for example. They're more of a medium energy cat. They do get along quite well with other animals and with children. I've had a number of people adopt my kittens who have dogs, and they've never had a problem with them. They get along with even terriers and some of the other breeds that you would be worried about. They seem to get along quite well with the Burmese. And what we've found as breeders is we found that kind of once you have a Burmese, you almost don't really want any other kind of breed. I get inquiries every week from people saying, oh, my Burmese just died and I can't imagine having another kind of cat. Do you have any kittens? And unfortunately, we are unable to meet the demand these days for Burmese kittens. It's been ever since the pandemic started in particular. It was always bad before, but it's gotten to the point now where we're all getting, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 inquiries a week, and we just can't meet the demand for Burmese. But they are really wonderful cats. This is my big sable boy. This is Monty. He is about 3 years old, 4 years old, I guess now. And he's a love. He sleeps with me every night, and very, very affectionate. So,
and Vivian, they're quite talkative, aren't they? They like to carry on a conversation.
Well, it depends. Who I find to be the most talkative, besides females in heat, obviously, which doesn't count, are the males. Actually, I find to be more talkative than the females, at least in my experience. I know that there are some who have females who are very chatty. They're not like the Siamese. When I first started in CFA, more decades ago than I really want to think about, I started with Siamese, and Siamese are very talkative.
Yes.
I don't find the Burmese to be quite so much.
And Geneva Carr is an actress, and did she get the 2 cats from you, or was it from somebody else?
She got them from Karen Thomas, and okay. Karen and I are colleagues, and we work very closely together. And the one nice thing about the Burmese folks is that we all collaborate. We work very closely together. We share lines. And one of the things, I'm president of the CFA Breed Club, which is the National Alliance of Burmese Breeders. And what we do in the Breed Club is we run the rescue program for Burmese.
Oh, nice, nice.
We have a Facebook page that's dedicated to Burmese rescue. And these days, I mean, they're flying off the shelves in rescue too. We post something in rescue, and a day later it's gone. But that's one of the things that the club does, is we do run the Burmese rescue program.
That's
so
fantastic.
We do take care of our own.
Good.
All
well,
right.
Thank you so much, Vivian.
Hey, let's give it up to Vivian Baylor, and I love the Burmese, so you did a wonderful job. Did you learn anything new, Dr. Liz Bales? Probably not, but what'd you think?
Well, now I want a Burmese. But I'll have to wait, I guess, because the list is long.
You'll have to get on a list.
Yeah, the
Hey,
list
guys,
is very long.
We got one more prize to give away, and it's based on my interview with Dr. Liz Bales. I'm going to keep it easy. What's the prize we're giving away, Kathy? Do you got the third one we're going to give away? We can pop up on the screen.
Yeah, let me choose one. Let's see here. I really like the puzzle feeder. So how about the puzzle feeder?
Okay, that'll be our third prize. Now, again, tell your friends, go on CFA's Facebook, Arden Moore's Facebook, go to YouTube Meowy Hour. You still got a chance to win if you didn't see this live. Look at this cool prize invented by the amazing Dr. Liz Bales. So here comes the trivia question. We know our company is called Doc and Phoebe's, but there's been a star four-legger in Dr. Liz's Bales' house all show. What is the name of the cat that's been popping up on her shoulder in her cool cat carrier, mugging for the camera? It's a one-syllable word, 4 letters. Come on, you got this. What do you think of the trivia? Pretty easy, right, Dr. Liz?
It's about time that this cat gets some props.
Yeah, power to them.
So, yeah.
We're not going to say what the name is. So if you don't remember, this is the good thing. You can play back the show and zip forward during the interview, and we named this cat a few times.
Yes,
so
we do.
That's the third prize, the wonderful puzzle. We've got a little bit of time left, and my cocktail is going to take a bit of time, but can you talk about CCW, Kathy?
Sure, you bet. So, Dr. Liz, we have a program with CFA that recognizes the non-pedigree cat. It's called Companion Cat World. Whoops, that's upside down. And you get your cat's picture with your cat's name and your owner's name. And it's called Companion Cat World at CCW for a one-time fee of $13. Your cats, which we won't name the names, could also have a card
Good,
from
Gabby.
CFA, and it's a one-time fee for $13, and you register your cat with our association, and you go to cfa.org/ccw to sign up today, upload a picture, and your card will be in the mail soon.
Maybe that's how we should reveal the cat name,
Oh.
because that cat is not purebred. That cat is
Right.
all kinds of things. Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah. What did you call a cat that's of different breeds?
Junkyard.
Junkyard.
Yeah. Mine's a melody, a mixed melody.
Or the Nature's Mess.
Nature's Mess.
Yeah,
I have a house of nature's messes, but I don't care. I've had purebreds and I've had nature messes. They've all made me a better human, and I like that.
It's never a mistake.
No, it is never a mistake. Hey, we also, I am not going to have any more classes in pet first aid or cat first aid the month of December. Happy holidays to all of you. As you know, I teach veterinary approved pet first aid and cat first aid, and I'm very blessed because look at these two assistants, Dr. Liz. Rusty and Casey helped me in the cat class, and my dog
Doesn't get better
Kona.
than that.
And it's nothing. And even if you do it through Zoom and live and interactive, it's okay, guys. You get to practice at home with your cat who feels safer at home. So one day we're going to get Dr. Liz in my class.
Can't wait. Sign me
right.
up, but not till 2021.
Right. And also, Kathy and Teresa have taken my class, and they still are my friends. So that's a good thing, right?
Very, very informative. A lot of fun. The time just flies by.
I have some rhymes I'm going to share with you, good doctor, that will never make you forget how to do chest compressions.
Wow. I can't wait.
I sing too. So everybody go to Pet First Aid for You after the show. And before we go, there's an Italian theme going on. So that's why I created this special kitty cocktail. It is called the, I'm going to get it right, the Nice Meowy. It's our feline version of the very classic Italian cocktail called the Negroni. Have any of you ever had a Negroni? And let's give a big shout out to Teresa Kiger. Look at how she created these cocktails each and every week. Isn't that nice? Look, Dr. Liz, who's sipping away. Sipping is the key.
It's great.
So let me tell you
She's a genius.
She's very talented. This is an easy one to make, and it's one you sip. And in the true fashion of James Bond, it is stirred, not shaken. So we're doing anti-James James Bond. So I want to talk to you first about vermouth. Now, a lot of us have these bottles of vermouth in our house. Sweet vermouth, dry vermouth, blah, blah, blah. And we stick it in our liquor cabinet. Wrong. This is one of the few liqueurs that you need to refrigerate after you open, and it has a short shelf life, only about 2 months. So if you wonder why your drinks taste a little funky, it's because you're pouring in 2-year-old unrefrigerated vermouth into your drink. Did you know that?
Doesn't sound safe.
No. And vermouth is really just a wine spiked with brandy and infused with some herbs and spices. That's pretty cool. The second ingredient, we know this friend, our gal gin. And the third one is kind of one we don't use a lot, and that's Campari. And that is an Italian liqueur, and it's fruity yet bitter. So this is the words. Let me go backwards. There you go. Campari. Very easy. I've got my Pozzi pours in. You take a nice rock glass. You do a 4 count, which is 1 shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be a red drink. It's beautiful. You take 1 shot, 1 ounce of gin. 1, 2, 3, 4. You then finish it up with your vermouth, red vermouth. Remember to put it in the fridge. 2, 3, 4. So you have it in there. Now with a big ice cube, get one of those fancy ones, and you stir it. But folks, we're not done. Arden gets to play with fire. Fire. So this is my favorite gun. You take a orange rind. Now think about doing a finger snap with your finger. So you do a snap and you light the rind and you let it drip into, I don't want to burn the house down. You let it drip into your glass for that essence of the orange peel, and then you can drape it on your glass. What do you guys think of that? Is that fun? Look, I didn't burn down my house.
So tell me again, what do you do with the fire? You hold it to the orange?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it so I don't burn myself.
Well, your camera was too high.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to burn anything. You hold it like this. See the flame?
Yeah.
And you do the rind, and you see it dripping, and it drips into the glass.
Interesting.
That is very fancy.
So
if you don't, I have a little tip. If you don't have
right.
a torch, take your orange and put it in the freezer, fire and ice, and you can use a vegetable peeler to peel just the orange part off, and you don't get the smokiness, so yours is superior, but you at least get a little of that orange oil essence in your cocktail.
Well, I like that. I'm always up for new ideas, kitty cocktails. Next week, guys, our special guest is best-selling pet author and blogger, Amy Sojai. She's a good friend of ours and Kat's. At this time, before we toast, I want to thank our special guest, Dr. Liz Bales, our special other guest, Vivian Baylor with her cool Burmese. I love your Monty rocks. We have our special co-pilots, Teresa Kiger and Kathy Black. My co-hosts, feline co-hosts, Casey and Rusty, are standing over there waiting for me to feed them. And I'm your host, Arden Moore, but I want us all at this time, it doesn't have to be the nice meowy. It could be any kind, a glass of water, an iced tea, whatever, but let's please raise our glass and let us toast to all cool cats out there that make us a better human.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'll drink to that.
And we are out of time, ladies. So everyone.
Hang on, guys. So until next time, this is your host, Arden Moore. Same cat channel, same cat time. We'll see you on Meowy Hour. Thanks, everybody.